Hello there, and welcome back to another episode of Wookiee's Oldies but Goodies. Today, guys, I'm very excited to talk to you about yet another legendary game, and that is Mega Man 2. Mega Man 2 is a platform and action game like its predecessor, Mega Man. Although sales for the original Mega Man were unimpressive, Capcom allowed the development team to create a sequel on the condition that they work concurrently on other projects as well. The staff spent their own time on the project to improve upon the original by adding more levels, weapons, as well as improving the graphics. Many publications rank Mega Man 2 as the best game in the series and one of the greatest video games of all time. Mega Man 2 takes place 1 year after the original Mega Man. After his initial defeat, Dr. Wily, the series' main antagonist, creates his own set of robot masters in an attempt to counter Mega Man. And we have Metal Man, Air Man, Bubble Man, Quick Man, Crash Man, Flash Man, Heat Man, and Wood Man. He also constructs a new fortress and an army of robotic henchmen. Mega Man is then sent by his creator, Dr. Light, to defeat Dr. Wily and his robot masters. Mega Man crushes the 8 new robot masters and then challenges Wily himself. Spoilers. Sorry, spoiler warning! During the final fight, Dr. Wily flees into the caves beneath his fortress, and when Mega Man follows, attempts to trick Mega Man into thinking he is a space alien. But Mega Man defeats the alien, revealing it to be a holographic projection device which malfunctions, showing Dr. Wily at the controls. After the scientist begs for mercy, Mega Man spares Wily and returns home. Class act. Mega Man is a class act. The player controls Mega Man as he traverses 8 stages to defeat the bosses. Each robot master features a unique weapon and a stage related to their weapon's power. For example, Airman shoots small tornadoes and is fought in a sky-themed level, while Woodman can use a shield of leaves and is found in a forest-themed stage. After defeating a boss, their signature weapon becomes available to the player. The robot masters have weaknesses to the weapons of certain other robot masters. Therefore, choosing the order in which the levels are played is a vital component of the gameplay. So my personal connection to this game is kind of similar to Chronicles of Mystara. Basically, I was of course familiar with Mega Man, but I had never played any of the Mega Man games. Then one day I was watching another one of my favorite YouTubers, Angry Video Game Nerd, and he did his episode on all the different Mega Man games. And I remember I loved this episode because prior to talking about the games, he did a brief updated tour of his signature game room, which was really, really cool. But it also got me pumped to check out the Mega Man games, and thankfully Xbox had the Mega Man Legacy collections for sale. So I bought them and I went ham on them. They all blew me away. As you can probably tell from this video series, I've always been a fan of classic games, but the one that stuck out to me the most, at least within the Mega Man franchise, was Mega Man 2. Until I got to the Mega Man X series of games. So obviously this game is part of the Mega Man series of games. In terms of how it holds up, I'd say it's a bit complicated. It's definitely better than the first Mega Man, and this game has definitely earned its critical accolades of being one of the greatest video games of all time. But for me personally, I like other Mega Man games just a bit better. My favorite Mega Man games are the Mega Man X series of games. I love the Mega Man X series of games, probably mostly because of Zero. I first experienced him in Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and he is just a really, really cool Mega Man character, and I love playing as him. The controls are elegant in their simplicity. With only needing to use a few buttons, they were able to work hard on them to make sure that they worked right, and boy do they work right. Yes, they only need to use a few buttons because this game was originally developed for the NES. The graphics for this game, I would say, are serviceable. This game was originally released on NES, so of course the graphics will have taken a hit by now. Probably the best one could hope for on an 8-bit machine. The audio is absolutely wonderful, and the sound effects are nice, but it's the music that shines brightest of all in this game. It has one of the greatest soundtracks of all time, and I wish I could find it on Spotify. But thankfully, as I just discovered, there's a music player section on the Mega Man Legacy collection, so I could technically sit down and just listen to the entire soundtrack for like each game if I wanted to, which I might do later. It's not easy to describe the legacy to you, but that's because the legacy of this game is shining and expansive. Countless, and I mean countless, awards and praises from various critics, fans, and websites, over a dozen sequels, and a successful franchise, all arguably owing it to this game. Honestly, I want to take out the arguably part. It's because of this game. Mega Man 2 may not be my favorite game, in the Mega Man franchise, but it is by far the most important. As previously stated, the original Mega Man game did not sell very well, and it was only because of a lot of hard work that this game came out the way that it did. And without this game, we wouldn't have Mega Man today. We wouldn't have had all the Mega Man X games. We wouldn't have had a successful franchise. If they had just done a one and done, Mega Man would have been a footnote, a tiny, tiny little footnote in gaming history. Final thoughts, and does this game still hold up? Yes, this game still holds up wonderfully. I like it a lot, and it will continue to hold up for God knows how long. It is just a fantastic game. Well, that does it for another episode of Wookiee's Oldies but Goodies. I want to thank everyone for joining me once again, and I hope to see you all next time when myself and Mr. Editor Supreme, Rune, will be doing a very special season finale of Oldies where we discuss one of our mutually favorite games of all time, Gears of War 3. Love, Wookiee.